6WX going to finish in 5th as well. And then rounding out the top 8 is going to be Sansora and Shoyo James in 7th place. How you doing, man?
Pretty good. Very tired.
Same. I mean, I haven't been like out there in the spotlight as much as you. I can imagine you're still feeling that, you know, feeling that energy though.
Yeah, there were some people partying till like 4 in the morning last night. Room next to ours, screaming at the top of their lungs.
So you're on the ally plan, sleep for like 2 hours at most, and then win the tournament, right?
Yeah, I was kind of panicking when I woke up this morning. I was like, oh no.
I feel awful.
But
how'd it go? Tell me about your run.
Well, I'm not really sure what to say other than, wait, let me think. Oh my God.
I'll guide you. I'll guide you on this.
I literally beat everyone 3-1. I don't know why, but all of my sets today were 3-1.
Yeah, there was really like one set that went to Game 5 in top 8 entirely.
It was,
as opposed to doubles where everything went Game 5.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about your bracket path. So your round 1, you draw a Kirby. I mentioned this a little bit. I was talking to you guys about the Kirby. Tell me about that match.
Well, that's one of those matchups that I don't think it's that bad for Falcon if I play perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely wasn't. and then he was doing, well, pretty well. And so I was like, oh, no. After I lost game 1 like that. But
right.
I figured out a lot of what he was doing, and I controlled the rest of the set from there. Afterwards, I had to play some Peach who is named DK Dudeman or something like that.
DK Dudeman, yeah. He's a mid-level player in Michigan. He's decently known. That
was another really unfortunate set. He took game 2 and I only did like 30 damage because one time I died at 0 and then another time I SD'd immediately afterwards. Mm-hmm. Good stuff.
My advice would be don't do that. But you clearly persevered. You were able to take that and take the set on Dan from Chicago.
Yeah, thankfully all the stupid stuff happened day 1.
Right.
When I was already winning anyway, so so I mean that's okay, I guess. Not so bad.
You cleaned up your pools. You played pretty well in doubles too. You and Hadi were an entertaining team.
And then we got blown up at the end by mistake in Black Twins.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we both started playing bad at the exact same time, and then they both started playing really good at the exact same time, and then well that travesty happened.
Sometimes the wavelengths just don't sync perfectly, and then it's unfortunate.
Everything that could have possibly gone wrong in that last game did. Not a good look. But that's okay. We got 5th. It's not the worst.
All right, well, now let's talk about top 32. So you were able to take down Nam, the Sheik player. Sheik Falcon is a matchup that can go another kind of like Kirby. It can just go horribly wrong sometimes. But you were able to.
I'm actually pretty comfortable in the Sheik matchup. I think it's only very slightly Sheik's favor.
Mm.
I can deal with literally everything she does, and I generally live a very long time as long as I'm smart about my recovery.
Right, and then that's been a theme. You've been smart on the recoveries all weekend. No one is really able to get any serious mileage off of edge guards.
Yeah.
It's been nice.
You have to, or else you flop because Captain Falcon as a character is one of the reasons he's so difficult to play at like high and top level is he gets comboed into oblivion by just about every character in just about every situation. He gets edge guarded into oblivion by just about everything, but at the same time, your options are flexible enough but not say strong enough to where even though they're not necessarily that great, they're flexible enough to where if you can consistently predict how your opponent's going to try and deal with you, you can get around it 95% of the time or more. And so even though none of my individual recovery options are that great, as long as I can just always know what they're going to do, then I'm fine. Easier said than done, but
you need to be constantly on your A game, but your A game was definitely here today. And then you were able to take out Shoyo James, who went Luigi on you.
Yeah, that's another one of those really violent matchups where if your SDI isn't really perfect, you can literally get 0 death comboed, literally, and it's true.
Yeah, Luigi's combo game is so punishing, especially on those fast followers.
It's pretty brutal on Falcon.
That might have been the closest set you played today.
Oh yeah, actually, you're right. I didn't 3-1 everyone.
Yeah.
Shoyo James was 3-2.
Yeah.
Everyone else is 3-1 for some reason.
And James came to play. He made top 8 in the loser side, so congrats to him. And then you were up against Wadi in winners semis. How do you feel about Mewtwo?
It's a matchup I'm pretty comfortable in. I think it's slightly Mewtwo's favorite. There's a theme here.
You're always in an uphill battle slightly. But
if it's a good character, you can just assume that it's disadvantageous for me.
Right. But Wadi has been
But at the same time, these disadvantages are so small that more often than not, the Falcon player is going to know the matchup better than the other guy on the other end. So it's almost effectively even a lot of the time. But the Falcon player has to be good enough to take advantage of that.
Right.
And very few are. But at the same time, because the potential is there, I want to see more Falcons really push themselves. Because I feel like a lot give up before they even get close to that kind of potential.
So is this tournament like dedicated to all the solo mains? I was saying you should dedicate this like all the solo mains, because I mentioned this anecdote to Max that I had a Samus player from Ohio came up to me. He's like, man, solo maining Samus is the worst. You hit like Diddy Kongs, yeah, stuff like that. And he's this should just be a proving ground for them, for sure, right?
Yeah.
Like any character can win, and you clearly proved that today. You fought a Sheik, a Kirby, a Luigi, a Mewtwo, Sonic. How do you feel about Sonic?
I slightly lose.
How do your matches versus Wrath go usually?
At recent locals, he's done pretty well. At locals before then, I did pretty well. I usually win at the bigger tournaments, but he won. Which one was it again? I can't remember. I don't. A lot of us have beaten each other so many times that I don't really keep track anymore. It's all blurring together.
There's always those players, and it always amazes me when the player's like, man, I've got like a 23-27 record against this guy. And it's like, how do you keep track past like 5 games? I don't have the memory.
I'm pretty sure Scat and I are like 100-100 or something like that.
Well, that's pretty even.
That's probably not actually the number. It's probably not even close, but you get the idea.
But it's a lot of games. It's pretty even down to the line. So
that's kind of why I don't have the best memory on a lot of my fellow top Georgia players.
So when you won Grands, right? Or sorry, when you won Winners Finals, you're sitting in Grands. Who did you want to fight?
I wanted to play Manny again.
You wanted Manny again? Felt good?
He's just a good friend. So we'd actually never played in bracket before up until that local the night before last.
The Wednesday night one? Or sorry, the Thursday night one?
Friday night one.
Okay.
But we'd never played it in a big tournament before. Like, we kept almost running into each other, and then it finally happens in Winners Finals. We've always had a lot of respect for each other, always been good friends, so I thought it would just be a good showdown.
Yeah, and it was.
Plus, if I lost to him, I'd be completely okay with that. If I had to lose to anyone, I'd rather lose to him at this tournament.
That's a pretty inspiring mentality for sure. Excellent play
today. That's why I wanted to play him.
Congratulations. How'd the game of Werewolf go last night?
I played God, and I tried to make the game relatively simple. So as moderator, I just put in a seer, a hunter, and a bodyguard, and then it was just normal villagers and wolves per usual.
Yeah.
But the villagers were awful. They were they got bodied. Like, it was actually kind of. I just kept snickering the whole time, but no one could tell why. I just watched the villagers just completely ruin themselves.
Self-destruct and just obliterate themselves.
I mean, they could have been fine, but it was spectacularly dysfunctional.
Every time I see one of your games or Scat's games, it's always the wolves coming out on top. Always. At least from what I've experienced.
It depends on who the wolves are and who the villagers are, because a lot of the smarter people tend to win most of the time, regardless of if they're a wolf or a villager. I guess maybe you're just running in on the wrong games, because a lot of our games, actually, the villagers win.
Well, usually I end up a villager and I suck, so
well.
I don't really help. I don't help our case at all. So.
Well, that's a little bit different.
All right, well, thank you very much for the interview. And again, congratulations, my good friend.
Thank you, Stormy.
And go enjoy. Go have a beer on me.
I would if I could drink, but I have a heart condition, so I can never drink.
Well, then I'll buy you a glass of chocolate milk if you like chocolate milk.
I'll think about it.
Who doesn't like chocolate milk?
I'm not that big on it. I'd probably rather have a soda. I have a huge soft spot for soft drinks. It's actually kind of bad.
That's fair. I was a vanilla Coke fiend for years and years until I had to quit the stuff. But yeah, definitely, it's on me, my friend. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Thank you, I will. All right. Bye, everyone.
All right, guys, that was the champion of the tournament, Team YP Fatality. Good